street from a block. We're flipping a 2 to a 4 ain't an option. I hustle by nipping and nipping. I'm destined to get it, you know that I'm all in. See money be calling. No bricks for piss, no stalling. White boy with a shotty like Haaland.
Alessandro said I could start today. It's your boy Andrew, back yet again with another podcast. It's 2 Wops and a Chop.
I fucking love that energy. Let's start it like that every fucking week, baby. You got Ryan in the chat. Ooh, let's go, baby.
It's Alessandro.
This guy just came. This guy just came.
I love it. I love it.
All right, today we're going to be discussing the January/winter transfer window. Yeah, in some cases. And
That was the wrong button.
we're going to rank our top signings in a tier list. S being the greatest or best signing that we think, and D being the worst. So, yeah, let's start off. Let's start off with...
Holy fuck,
It's a Spro on the go.
Spro on the go, baby.
Let's start off with a transfer I think we've talked about quite a few times already, and a big one in our lives. Cristiano Ronaldo to Al-Nassr. So let's all write it down, where we rank them, and then we'll release it on 3.
Oh, let's go, baby.
All right, guys, are you ready? What are you writing? A paragraph? Let's go.
He's writing an annotated bibliography.
This guy doesn't even know what that is.
This guy's wearing his mother's sunglasses.
This guy's wearing woman's glasses.
All right, let's go. Let's go.
It's the new. He thinks he's Young Thug.
Okay, let's go. Okay, on the count of 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Switch. All right, let's see. Let's start with Andrew Neva.
I went with a D-.
Really?
Worst thing I've ever fucking seen in my life.
Oh my God,
That's all I gotta say. I don't even want to go into depth with this horrible transfer, idiotic move.
I gave it a Sue plus.
Dear God, the biggest Ronaldo fanboy. The biggest Ronaldo. Dear God.
I gave it an S plus for multiple reasons. I think it's an S plus for Al-Nassr. They got so much publicity for their club. Come on, you can't say that for Al-Nassr this wasn't an S plus sign.
Okay, for sure.
It was fantastic. They got so much exposure, so much more viewership. It's really good for Al-Nassr. And for Ronaldo, I'm giving it an S plus because this man's making 200 mil a season. And if that ain't an S plus, I don't know what it is.
You're the biggest Ronaldo fanboy I've ever met in my life.
Okay.
Straight up.
Are you saying
shut
200
up.
million?
Shut up. I'm giving it a C because it's not the greatest. It's not the worst. It's not the best. You know what? It's a C. It's an average signing. I don't see it as good for Ronaldo in the player aspect, in the history aspect. As for stats aspect, financially, sure, amazing. That's the only reason why I'm giving it a C. Besides that, it's a fat D, brother.
Okay, but for Al-Nassr, do you not think this is an S tier signing for Al-Nassr?
Al-Nassr for sure, because
That's
in
why
that
I
league.
put an S.
Okay.
Don't you think it's an S for Al-Nassr?
Oh, I didn't know we're basing this on the team now, because for every team it's an S tier if they're signing the player.
I know.
No, it's not.
Oh, okay. I'm a professional manager, director. I want transfers. I'm gonna sign a guy I don't want.
No, but we can say that it's not a good signing.
Dear God. Okay.
What are you confused about?
I say it's gonna be. Let's put it at B. Let's put it in B.
All right, carrying on. Moving away from Ronaldo.
We have to collectively place it into place.
I say B. Andrew.
D.
No, seriously, like
D. I'm not moving from D.
We're putting him in B.
We're putting him in B. We're putting him in B.
Hold on. Why is it D?
Horrible.
Why?
He just ended his career. Like that. He's not
Straight
going to
up.
move from
Thank
there.
you.
It's done. He's
Thank
not
you.
doing anything
But
else.
is he not making 200 million a season?
Doesn't matter. He takes a picture in his boxers wearing Calvin Klein Cristiano Ronaldo boxers. He made 200 mil right there.
Pretty good. That's man.
Like,
That's good for
it
him.
doesn't make a difference. He ended his career. It was a D. You can't change it.
Was he not on? Was he? Do you not think though he's on a decline?
Obviously, and now
The
it's
man
not
is
going to
38. So
incline
let's be
anymore.
real.
I know, but he's 38. So is there much of an incline for him?
How old's LeBron James?
38.
38.
How old's
Just broke
Zlatan?
oh my
Yeah,
God,
but
I said a
Zlatan's
record.
not. He's finished too. He's not that good.
He's
Who's-
scoring goals
who's-
in the Serie A.
who's paying for
Ronaldo
him?
scoring pens in the Saudi league.
Who's paying for Zlatan though?
AC
Is
Milan.
Zlatan making 200 million?
Brother, he's still playing in a top division in European football.
Is he making that kind of money?
Okay, George Mendes, enough. We're putting him in C tier.
Fuck.
I'm putting in B.
Just put him in B.
Oh god, here we go.
Ronaldo, I know it's S tier, brother. 200 million a season.
Shut up.
Al-Nassr, I know you're liking that cash too.
Shut up. Go to B.
All right. For the next person on the list. Sorry. We got Mudryk.
Say his first name.
I don't know what his name is.
Great.
Of course you don't.
Can
You
I
only know
make-
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Can I
know.
make it up?
Sure, give it a try.
Sven.
You're an idiot. You're straight up.
Sven Murdik, you heard it here first.
Murdick?
Mudryk, I'm sorry.
Murdyk.
It's Mudryk.
It's
It's Mudryk's brother.
It's Mihailuk Mudryk.
Oh, Mudkip.
Okay.
Mudkiss.
Can you please write it down? What do you
All
do?
right.
Did you go to art school?
Yes.
Beautiful. Anyways,
Okay, guys. This guy's writing a paragraph.
All right. Let's go.
Ready?
And
1,
the count of 3.
2, 3.
you took that long to
Oh
write
my-
a B and a plus.
What? I was trying to grab my mic.
We all gave him a B.
Oh,
That's the first thing we collectively agreed
let's
on.
go, lads. Let's go, lads. I love it. This is why we're besties.
Money.
B for besties.
All right, so let's talk about why we gave him a B. Andrew, you want to go first?
To me, it was just average. Chelsea, they had money to spend. They needed a player. Too many injuries. It's not a terrible move. It's not a great move. We'll see how he does. So it's a B.
Okay. So I'll go next, I guess. So I think this player has a lot of potential, right? He's really young. He has a lot of great assets. He's a good dribbler. He's really fast. You can see he has that potential to be a really good player. I just think if it wasn't for the price, I would rate it higher for Chelsea. But because of that price tag, I can't justify him being greater than a B tier signing because I just think it was just too much for him. That caliber of a player. He's not a proven player.
Pop quiz, how much was his transfer?
80 million.
Wrong.
What is it?
It was 40. Fuck. It was 40 million. It was like 40 or 50 million plus add-ons of like 60 million. I'm being serious.
So what is it?
It was like 50 million or something like that.
Man.
We the stat man.
I'm the stat man. So yeah, no. Honestly, same as what Alessandro said. There's a lot of potential there, but for that price tag, like I honestly just can't justify it. It's 100 million basically for a guy that's having an outstanding season in the Ukrainian league, respectively. However, it's Ukrainian league. Okay.
Yeah, 70 million euros for Mudryk. So I said 80. I was fairly close.
Okay.
So like I said, for that 70 million price tag, I think that they paid maybe. I think if I had to say a value that I would say would make him in a better tier, I'd say around 40 million for him because I don't think he's proven, but he does have that potential. And he does have those attributes that can make him a really good player.
For sure. Let's see if he lives up to the potential. So let's go back to the tier list.
So put
And
it
let's
at B.
slide him in at B, boys.
B. All right.
Perfect.
Let's go next. So next up we got Toussaint.
Toussaint? Bro, this is a soccer podcast, and this man does not even know how to pronounce a
What is
guy's
his
name.
name?
It's Leandro Trossard. Okay? Get it right. Or just don't say it at all.
Okay, mister, I take 10 years to write something down. Can you start writing, please? I'm already done here. I'm waiting.
Wait, does anyone know how much he went for?
No. I don't even need that information.
Yeah, you do. It
No, I
factors
don't.
in. It factors in.
No, it doesn't.
How does it not factor in? How does a signing the value of a player?
like 30-something million. All right.
What?
So let's, on the count of 3, let's flip our signs and show everyone what we came up with. 3.
Okay, Mr. Ryan.
I'd be a bomb-ass
This
teacher.
guy's a freaking dictator.
Okay. 3.
Borat.
What?
Yashgamash.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, flip the
Flip.
boards.
Did we all... What? A C?
Oh, you're right.
A C?
What was the plus? Like,
There's
Because
no
of a
plus.
phenomenal A fucking signing.
this is why you failed school.
Because,
Bro,
You don't follow simple
What's
instructions.
in an option that's not even available?
dear God. Okay.
All right, why did you
Andrew,
give
give
him-
us your
why did you
reason
give
for your
him a
despicable
C?
C.
He's only gonna get PT right now because players are injured. And then he's gonna be on the bench.
Are you
C
mad?
transfer. Yeah, C transfer
Brother, he's proven in the Premier League. Really decent price tag.
on Brighton.
Coming from a top club.
Look at Cucurella.
Brother.
Amazing on Brighton. Goes to a good team. What's he doing? He shits the bed. He puts conditioner in his hair, runs around for 90 minutes, and calls it a day.
Yeah? Well, he has Graham Potter
It's
as
actually-
his fucking coach.
Graham Potter. This man's
I quit.
Graham Potter.
I quit.
Graham. Graham
Graham
Potter. Oh my god. This guy stinks. Who signed him up for this podcast?
Anyways, why are you giving him an A?
Well, I think the link up with Graham Powder will be really good.
He's not even going to Chelsea, you idiot. This podcast has gone to the shitter. I swear to God. I swear to God. Okay, we're going
You
to
guys are
skip.
playing Ultimate Team.
Brother.
He's crying.
Anyway, on a serious note, so I think he was an 8-year signing. Firstly, for the value, Ryan was saying 30 million. I think that's good value for a player of his caliber. He was lighting it up for Brighton this season. He was playing very well, and he's going to an Arsenal side that really needs that depth. So I think he fills out that role very well.
Why are you giving that face?
They
Everything
need
he's
depth.
saying right now is true. Straight
They need
up.
depth.
Brother,
They're struggling for
you're
depth.
going into deep rounds of Europa League. Okay?
Yeah, they need the players to play. He was playing very well for Brighton, who was playing very well with their squad. He went for a very reasonable transfer fee, and he's already started games for them, and he will be a very useful squad rotational player, if not a starter sometimes for them. So I think it's a fantastic signing, and I would give it an A.
Also, I think it gives Martinelli like that challenge as well.
Exactly,
Like,
yeah.
He doesn't have that permanent spot in the starting 11, so it pushes both players to develop and get even better than what they
Good
are.
point. I like that.
So, for real, I say we give it an A. I honestly do not agree with anything this man just said. Trossard is a proven player in the Premier League. For the price tag they got him for, I'm going to go A. Can't go wrong with it at all. Point proven, period. Triple P.
Okay.
P's.
So let's put him in a spot rate. So I'd say I'm saying A still.
I'm saying A.
I'm saying C.
Okay, we're putting him in A.
We're putting him in
Two
A.
beats one.
At the end of the season, you're gonna see. You're gonna see who was right.
We will see.
Okay, when Arsenal wins the league, then we'll
It's
see.
not thanks to him.
He's a part of the team, and he's playing for them, and he's starting for them. He already started games for them.
Yep.
Oh wow.
That's good, and he's giving them rotations, giving players a rest. So I think it's a great signing. Anyway, on to the next guy. Here we got
Ooh, this is spicy.
Gakpo.
Cody Gakpo.
There's no pluses. Why'd you put a plus?
You're not supposed to look at my paper. That's cheating.
Yeah, don't look at his
Why are you putting
papers.
pluses?
You got an F.
You bully him for putting a plus,
an
but you
F.
put a plus?
Maybe I have an explanation for my plus.
Shut up. There's no pluses. Did you pass class, bro? Bro, I
Can
bet
I-
you failed.
I have a written.
I don't give a fuck.
I have a written.
There's no pluses.
This is a PG-13 podcast. This is for the kids.
You can blurp it out.
They hate me because I love
Your
the
first one
kids.
said C plus. Now this one has an A plus, and you bully him.
I didn't bully him. You.
I want an
Okay.
apology to Ryan.
Can we go, please?
Okay,
go.
go.
Flip the boards.
Okay,
One,
3, 2,
two,
1,
three.
go.
Oh fuck, I'm stuck.
We're going B. This is a B signing.
It's a B
I'll
signing.
I'll start for this one, okay? Cody Gakpo,
Amazing player.
you know,
He
great
was
player.
killing it on PSV. Went to a shitty Liverpool team right now. They're in shambles.
I honestly haven't, in the past few games he's played for Liverpool, he hasn't really shown much of that quality he had at PSV, and also that quality he showed at the World Cup with Netherlands. In that World Cup, he was one of the shining stars of that group stage. He scored in basically every game there, but he, like, for sure was going to be a good signing no matter where he went. However, you know, I just don't think he's gonna live up to the hype there. There's so many players that Liverpool has on that left side of the field. I don't see him fitting anywhere there once they're fully fit. Like, look at it as it is. They got Diogo Jota, like literally probably their best left-sided player. They got Luis Diaz as well. Like, buddy, where does Cody Gakpo have a spot on this side? You're not replacing Mo Salah. You're not replacing Darwin Núñez, who they signed for an outrageous amount in the offseason.
Okay, I'll go next. I gave him an A-tier signing. I think Gakpo is a fantastic player with a lot of potential. He's proven. He played very well for PSV. He lit it up for the Netherlands in the World Cup. He's one of their main attacking focal points. And the fee, like, it wasn't I don't think it was an egregious amount. I think it was fair value for him. I think he has a lot of potential, and he'll be in that Liverpool side for a long time. And I think he's fantastic. He has a huge upside, and considering what a lot of these other players on this window went for, I have to give it an A-tier signing. I wouldn't say S. I would put him in an S if he had a better start to his season at Liverpool. I just think Liverpool's struggling right now, but I do think he has the potential to make himself that S-tier signing.
For sure. Andrew, what are your thoughts?
Cody Gakpo. Good player. Bad team. It's a B.
Fair enough. I'll give you that.
Pretty much what you said.
You think he'd be friggin' in form if he was playing for like one of the top sides for the Prem?
I think he was on a different team with more support right now, a team that's in a better state. He'd be way better. But Liverpool's state right now isn't good for him to adapt to. Because every player on that team right now is underperforming, so it's not going to help him.
But do you think it was a good signing for like a good signing for Liverpool though?
Liverpool had to sign someone. You know what I mean? They have to spend the amount of games they're losing, the amount of points they're dropping. They have to do something. They have to sign someone to try and help.
Yeah, fair enough.
Jota comes back and Luis Diaz comes back. I think he'll still have a place in the squad, and he'll be a very influential player for them. I think Liverpool needs to do like a bit more things in their club, like maybe sign a better midfielder.
Oh yeah,
right.
I think that midfield needs a whole.
It's kind of weak
revamp
right now. So maybe if they sign a new midfielder in the next season, I think Liverpool will be in a very good spot next season.
Hot take: I think Cody Gakpo and Alexander-Arnold would be amazing center mids.
Gakpo as a midfielder?
Yeah.
Are you insane?
I think they would.
No fucking way.
I think so.
Okay, let's close it. Let's close off Gakpo
so
at.
Let's finalize it.
B.
So
let's put him at a B. Let's put him at a B.
I still say A, but
We can put him as a high B. I think he's a better signing than Mudryk, at least. Yeah.
all right. Next up, we got Danjuma. I think this is a loan, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's make our pick.
All right. Let's go on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Oh my God. A, B, and C.
We know the alphabet.
This is absolutely nuts. This is gonna be a great talk right here. This was a really challenging one. Obviously, you know, Danjuma coming from La Liga, from Villarreal. Sure, not like the highest quality of strikers. However, I think he still does bring that quality for Tottenham, especially as a backup striker to Harry Kane. Especially for European competition, gives him that extra rest, gives him that little boost as well. Because this season's halfway done, really. There's so much football left to play, and think about it. Who did Tottenham have as like a backup striker to
Richarlison, the bird?
Fair enough. However, he's like what? He has like 1 goal this season. He's completely
when you have
out
Harry
of form.
Kane, you rarely sub him out. How many times has Harry Kane got subbed out this season? That's the thing. Danjuma's only going to play when they really need him, when it's like a cup match, whenever it's not the league. Harry Kane is always going to have priority over him.
Fair enough. No, for sure.
Unless they run a 2-striker formation, but they won't. Tottenham will never change to that.
Yeah, no, for sure. I agree. However, I think he adds attributes and to the team with pace, dribbling. I think you could play him in other positions as well on the field rather than just striker. Let's say exactly with like you have options for Heung-min Son down the wing as well. Like you don't have to only rely on him. You could always give Danjuma a chance out there. I know he has the pace. Great play. He's a great all-around player.
They have too many wingers to try him on the wing too.
Who else they have? It's escaping my memory, but
honestly,
Kulo.
Who?
Kulishevsky, yeah.
Oh,
And then
he plays on the right side.
plays.
He plays on the right side. So you already have your starting three at Tottenham. You have Kulichevsky, you have Harry Kane, and Son.
Okay.
We know that. But this adds that depth and challenge exactly like what Trossard adds to Arsenal. Tottenham got that player like Trossard. It's a little bit more of a gamble.
This move would have been better to any Prem side. Like a mid-table Prem side, it would have been perfect for Danjuma.
For sure.
This can't be an A signing going to Tottenham.
But
the PT is too much of a problem.
I think personally, I gave him a B signing for Tottenham and himself. Firstly, it gives Danjuma a new challenge, right? Going to the Prem. He's going to a very good, decent side, a Tottenham side, who I think are struggling with depth. They don't have a lot of players in the rotation. Kulishevsky was injured for a while, and they didn't really have anyone to provide that spark off the bench, right?
Mm-hmm.
They don't really. They were struggling with depth, so I think he's a great signing. He can play up front. He can play on the wing. I think he's a decent enough player to play. And I think he can, and you think he's got something to prove going to that Tottenham side. And I think, he's great on the rotation. You know, even Tottenham, if you look at their bench, they have other players like Lucas who are aging, and he doesn't really have the speed anymore, right?
And he's coming back just from injury now.
Exactly.
He just played for the U23s or U21s.
Lightning Lucas, baby.
Yep. You gotta love him back in the FIFAs.
Like I said, I like Lucas as a player, but he's getting up there in age, and I think Tottenham needed more depth. And I think for a loan, low risk loan,
exactly,
just to try him out, I think it's a decent signing. So I give it a B.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's too high for the amount of PT he's gonna have. I think it's way too high.
Do you rate him too low to really see him getting more PT, or do you just see them?
Tottenham, they don't change very much.
Oh, for
tactically.
sure. But I just see it as that insurance signing.
Like he's a good player, but to be a high placement on this tier list, I don't see it. He won't play enough to be that influential on Tottenham.
I think C is too low to put him though. Like I don't think he's a bad player
But think about it. You play every single game starting in La Liga. You have a bad game, doesn't matter. You're starting next game. When you come on as a sub, you need to make a difference. You don't make a difference, it's in your head. Now you're more pressured to make something the next game. If he doesn't do it, then it starts going lower and lower and lower. I don't know. To me, it's a C.
I think personally, just for Tottenham, it's a good signing. For like we went over already for the depth thing, and I think for himself, it's a new challenge for him, and he has to show his talent in the Premier League, like in the top flight football in the Prem, and it could give him different opportunities. Like I think personally, C is too low for him because he's a good player, and I think he can prove himself in the Premier League. I can't put him at a C.
For sure, I don't see this as a loss on either side. It's a good new challenge, like Alessandro said, for Danjuma. It's an insurance player for Tottenham for the rest of the season. I say we close it off now.
I'm giving it a B.
I say we give it the average.
Yeah, B average
between everyone.
I don't think it's below average.
Let's close it off.
I'm giving him a B.
I think we could all agree on the average of giving him a B.
Lower tier.
Low B. Let's give it to that.
All right. Let's mix it up for the next one. Let's go Keylor Navas.
Ooh, that's a decent one. I think that's a really, really good one there.
Can you remove your plus sign?
No. 1, 2, 3.
What'd you give him? Ooh, an A.
I give him an S+.
I'm giving it an S.
All right, I'll start off on this one. Keylor Navas going to Nottingham Forest. I think personally for Nottingham Forest, S tier signing. They have a proven winner, right? multiple-time Champions League winner, veteran, experienced, still fantastic goalie going to a lower tier Premier League side, like fantastic for them. He's going to start every game. I'm sure the wages are okay. He's getting older too now, but he'll be in a great team for him. He's going to start every game. He brings that experience. He'll bring in that leadership. And I think ultimately it's a fantastic signing, S+ for me.
I honestly agree. Like everything you said there, he's an aging player, but it's also a fresh new challenge for him. He was, getting unmotivated, losing that interest, sitting on the bench for PSG. Yeah. Sure, you're behind. You're sitting on the bench for debatably the best goalie right now in the world. Let's be real, this gives him a fresh challenge. He's gonna be playing game in, game out. It's gonna be a challenge. Nottingham is not a top tier team in the Prem. He's gonna face a lot of shots, and let's see if he's up for the challenge. I think, and also Dean Henderson is out right now, so he's a young goalkeeper. He's gonna learn a lot from. I forgot about him. Yeah, he's gonna learn a lot from Keylor. It's only gonna help the team in every aspect. So I don't see any negatives to the signing. That's why I give it an S.
I would have given it an S if it wasn't for his age. I still think he's a great goalie, but I do feel that when Dean Henderson's back and Keylor starts to underperform, Henderson will replace him again. Even though Keylor Navas is the more experienced, better goalie, I do think that they're going to give Henderson more PT.
Honestly, the only reason why I would agree with you is because when he's English. The English, the Premier League will always defend its English players over anyone else, especially when they are a class player. They will play that Englishman over anyone. I agree with you there, but listen, there's no negatives.
I can't give him anything but an S. Fantastic signing.
Yeah.
They when is Nottingham Forest gonna ever sign a multiple-time Champions League winner, a proven winner, and he's still good. He's still got a lot to give.
Exactly.
He can teach these young guys a lot. I think fantastic signing.
Yep.
I'm giving it that.
I think we close it off. I have respect to your A, but honestly, I can't do that. There's no negative to this signing. I would give it an S. Straight up, our first S of the night.
Sure.
Perfect.
We'll put him in S.
Let's put him in S. Our first S of the night.
Shout out to Keylor. Joao Cancelo.
This was an out of nowhere signing for Bayern Munich. So let's see what we give each other this signing.
Don't you need the pen?
No.
Okay, then give it back. How are you gonna write? Oh, you're keeping the same one on. Oh, okay. I'm pretty sure they can see you didn't write anything.
Okay, fucking 3, 2, 1.
What the fuck is that?
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Boom.
What did you write?
I have no idea what this guy just wrote.
That looks like what the doctor writes when I need something.
Alessandro, you going for your prescriptions?
I will start. So, I think when you talk about Joao Cancelo's transfer, you have to talk about the two sides involved in this signing. For Bayern Munich, S++++.
Yeah.
Plus.
For sure.
Fantastic player. They're paying no loan fees for him. They have an option to buy at the end of the season to try him out, even if it goes south, which he's a fantastic player.
2 assists in 2 games already, baby.
Absolutely amazing.
Well, right?
Mm-hmm.
So with that caliber of a player, to let him go, I have to say S+ for Bayern Munich. Now, on the flip side, if I'm talking about for Manchester City, that's a fat L. D for Manchester City. D.
Who cares about Man City in this position?
Saying, I can't talk about one without the other.
Of course, but right? Let's look at the players aspect and the new team's aspect.
But let me just talk about it from Manchester City's perspective. Fat L for City. One of the best fullbacks in the world. And you let him go.
See, we're Portuguese, so there's going to be
It's not even if you're Portuguese, even if you're whatever.
Best fullback in the world.
He's one of the best fullbacks in the world.
The best.
He can play on the left. He can play on the right.
Look at that defense right now. Look at that Bayern defense.
Of course,
you
honestly,
can even play him on the wing.
Buddy, you have the two
play
best.
anywhere
I'd
you
love
want.
to see Cancelo
You have the
on
two
wing.
best fullbacks in the league.
You can play him wherever you want. So
debatably in the world, you got our boy Fonzie Davies on your left side, and you got Joao Cancelo on your right. Like,
fantastic signing,
buddy.
Wait for that UCL matchup. The best attack versus the best defense.
And you know what? It was a perfect timing signing for Bayern. Mazraoui out injured, and Benjamin Pavard not getting as much PT. Looks like his time is up at Bayern. Never made sense of that signing, but it is what it is. Yeah, no downside of this signing. I think we all agree on the yes, and let's leave it at that. Short and sweet.
Wait,
amazing. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
It's an S. There's nothing else to say. The best fullback in the world. Going to Bayern to link up with Fonzie Davies. It's an S. There's not much to say.
Straight up.
He gets put in the S.
Phenomenal
At
signing
the top.
by Bayern.
Whoa. He's way above Navas.
that-
Don't even touch it.
That's above Navas.
All right.
Straight up.
Next up, we got Pedro Porro.
Ooh.
All right.
Shout out our Sportingista over here, Andrew.
Big L for Sporting selling this guy. Big L for them.
Are you guys ready?
Yes, sir.
1,
Oh, wait. The guy's still rating.
1, 2, 3.
Mine is an A if no one could see it.
I put a
Ooh,
B.
B.
Yep.
Really? Let's start with your opinion here, Andrew. I really want to hear this.
By the way, lads, he's a Sporting fan, so
Yeah.
let's
Might
hear
be a
his,
little
let's hear his
salty.
opinion.
It's just a B. I don't know.
Nice. Great. You get that long fucking gasp for that.
It just doesn't look like a good signing from the Spurs to
Wow.
get Pedro Porro.
Wow.
I feel like he could have gone to any other team and it would have been a way better signing.
Wow.
I do.
Wow.
I don't like it on the Spurs. I feel
Really?
like he would have been a way better player on a different team.
Wow.
Look at that. They didn't even debut him on his first game.
Wow. Okay.
Well, how
I
many
have
days
a-
has he really been there?
I have a different opinion.
At least debut the guy on his first game.
You
know what I mean?
I have a contrary opinion, yeah.
He's still a really good player going to a good team, but I don't know. I think he could have gone somewhere else.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Okay. I'll go next, Ryan.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Pedro Porro. What can I say about Pedro Porro? I think it's an A signing, an A-tier signing for Tottenham. I think he's a fantastic player. I haven't seen much of him, but I saw the Sporting Benfica derby the other day, or a few weeks ago, and he really impressed me. He has a lot of presence going forward, and he's good defensively as well. And I think in a Spurs side where they're kind of lacking on the right backs side, because I don't think Emerson Royale has been the greatest of signings for Tottenham, and I think that the Tottenham fans can agree with that. I don't think he's been the starting right back they needed. So I think Pedro Porro he can bring that off the bench. He can bring that spark. I think he can start for them over Emerson. I think he can earn that role. He adds that competitive side. He brings it going forward. He's very good defensively. And I think in this Spurs side, he's very needed. And I think he's a fantastic signing for the Spurs.
I honestly, I couldn't agree more. Just looking at that right side of Tottenham's defense, it was lacking
Exactly.
completely. You cannot call Emerson Royale a right back.
Okay, he's not that bad. I think he's
He lacks
a decent player, but I think that Pedro Porro is an upgrade. Definitely.
Oh, 100%.
And he brings that competitive aspect like we were talking about before to the team.
Only upside for Pedro Porro, going to a quality league, deserves it.
Exactly.
Getting paid probably much better because for some reason Sporting doesn't like to spend money on their players. That's another story. But an upside for Tottenham. Like, you're lacking that position. You upgraded. Let's see what the future holds. Sure, the only reason why I'd give it an A, non-S, is it's a guy coming from the Portuguese league. We've seen good and bad from that
Yeah,
league.
seen both
I
sides.
think
Darwin Nunez.
I still think Darwin's a good player. That's a topic.
yeah,
for another day.
that's for another day.
Give him
But
another season.
That's a topic for another day.
But back to it. A lot of potential. Let's see where he goes. see where he goes, and that's it, man.
So we'll put him where?
I say he's a low A.
I have to say A.
Yeah, I see him as an A.
I'm speaking with hatred. He shouldn't have left us.
Okay, put him in A.
Let's put him behind Trossard. Perfect.
All right.
Let's go to Enzo. I say
Young Enzo.
hello darkness, my old friend. 3, 2, 1. Damn. Is that an A, Andrew? Yeah. A.
I can't believe you'd put an S.
You know,
I want you to go first.
listen.
Go first.
I'm gonna speak this unbiased as hell, even though it did definitely hurt me. This is like fucking, it's like an ex. Like she just cheated on me, you know? Like it's just tough.
Damn.
But Enzo is probably one of the best midfielders in Europe right now. After that World Cup, what he's been doing at Benfica, what he's shown at the Champions League level in the group they had, this kid is top class. Like looking at the injuries Chelsea has this year, looking at where they are in the table, like this signing was needed. It was an absolute need at Chelsea's side. Enzo seems like he's happy. He got that move he really wanted, like getting paid the money he deserves. You know, he's a young guy. You know, he's still got a lot to learn, but the quality that he's shown in the past 6 months is just unreal. And I think this is just good on both sides, amazing on both sides. This boosts Chelsea's midfield. They already had one of the best midfields in the world, my opinion. But like this just brings them up a notch, over levels.
What?
Well, okay. What do you have to say about the attitude he showed towards Benfica as soon as there was transfer rumors about him?
But that's what I'm saying.
About only caring about the badge sometimes.
But that's what I'm saying. He's young. He's immature. Brother, you cannot only blame a player in this position. The media sucked so much.
If you're not playing for the badge, why are you playing?
Of course. No, I completely agree. But you know how many players there are of this generation that see it the same way? It's literally become...
That's what separates them from being the best.
But that's what separates
their ego gets in the way.
That's what that separates them from being a club legend to being just
Okay.
like, you know,
Okay.
being a quality player.
You want to go next, Andrew, or you want me to go?
You can go.
All right. So let me preface this with, I'm a Benfica fan. So seeing Enzo play for the last 6 months, I can truly say he is an exceptional player. Fantastic. Like, my favorite quality that he has is his calmness on the ball and his passing. He is so calm on the ball. He's able to ping a pass wherever he wants. He brings that deep lying playmaker role. He's just a fantastic player. He's very young, has a high upside, and he's proven, man. He's proven in Benfica. He played well in the Champions League, obviously well in the league, played fantastic for Argentina in the World Cup. I mean, I would give him an S tier, only the money was crazy. Like 120 mil, that's insane. Come on, I think we can all agree that is a gigantic. I know he's a fantastic player, but 120 million for me is too much. Even though he's an exceptional player and he's young and he has all those attributes, I think 120 million's an outrageous amount. And like Andrew was saying too, he did show some immaturity during the transfer window when he didn't respect the wishes of Benfica. He knew that they weren't going to sell him unless unless Chelsea met the buyout clause of the 120 million. And regardless of whatever Chelsea sold him on individually, he has to ultimately, in my opinion, respect the club's wishes. And honestly, you're under contract. You got to respect Benfica for giving you that platform to show yourself, right? Because
I agree. Like, let's be real here. If he was still playing at River Plate, would he have gone to that World Cup?
Would he have had the platform to, like, I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm not going to say, like, oh, yeah, Benfica made him this crazy. Like, obviously, they did help him develop, and they've done so with many players, obviously. But, like, would he have had that same platform, that same opportunity had he not gone with Benfica to play in the Champions League, to showcase his skills against some of the best sides in the world, like PSG?
Yeah.
And in the Portuguese league to develop with like fantastic players. We know that Benfica has a fantastic development side. So ultimately, yeah, I'd say I would have gave him an S, but the money and his attitude that he displayed towards the end of the window, I have to give it an A tier, a high A tier signing. But yeah, that the money and the immaturity. I know he's young, but yeah.
Andrew,
that's my opinion.
I'm just going to go with what Alessandro said. There's not anything else you can really say about it, to be honest.
Yeah, wait, what would you have given him an S, in your opinion?
No, A.
Like, but why did
what sours it from being an S?
What brings him down to that A for you?
To me, he's still a young player. He could flop making a move this big. Look at Renato Sanchez. Same thing. Coming from Benfica, amazing player. Literally hints from Menzo looking at him. And he became a flop right away. You can compare them.
Yeah.
I can't, because like Renato Sanchez, in my opinion, he's more of an engine kind of player. He's running up and down. Enzo, like he's like different. He's a different gravy. Like him he's a deep lying playmaker. Like he doesn't have the same qualities that Renato possesses in a sense. Whereas Enzo, he's more composed on the ball. He brings in that deep lying playmaking. He has that confidence. He has that. He slows down the play. He picks those passes. Like I think they're different players. But yeah, I know what you're saying though. Like you're going from the Portuguese league to the Premier League, so obviously it might not work out. But honestly, with him, I think that wherever he would go outside of Benfica, he'd be a fantastic signing. So you're saying that you would have gave him an S if it wasn't for...
Yes, and also what I said about playing for the badge. So you know what I mean? Factor. Like when you're that age, you have to play for the badge. There's just nothing else.
Okay, so I think we'll put him a high A tier.
I say he goes the highest. I say highest
A tier. Yeah.
Yeah.
Put him here.
Oh yeah.
All right. Next up, we got Anthony Gordon going to Newcastle from Everton.
This one could sway both ways.
Unos, dos, tres.
Let's go, lads.
Triple B, big ball brand, baby.
That's it.
Shout out to LaMelo, baby.
Or you know what, Andrew, you
start off, Andrew.
Yeah.
He's a good player. Obviously, playing at Everton didn't really help. A struggling team, fighting relegation. He's doing what he can. Going to Newcastle, is that the move for him? It's obviously a better team for him to play, a better team for him to grow. But I don't see it being a crazy transfer because I haven't seen much from him. But that's also because of the team he plays on. So I can't say too much about it. So I'm going to go with, it was average. It was a B.
Okay. I'll go next. So I give the signing a B because personally, let me start with what I think about Anthony Gordon. I think Anthony Gordon is a very good player. I think he has, like in Everton, he bring them a lot of sparks. He was very positive in that side. He showed a lot of heart when he played. I think he has a high upside. Like, he's a good young player. But, like, the fee, I think it was a little bit of that English.
It was 45 million.
Yeah, I think it was a little bit of that English tax. Like, I don't think...
Oh, for sure.
I don't think he's warranted a 45 million move.
No.
I think that's a little bit on the higher side for him.
Yo.
Right? Especially, he hasn't really proven really anything at Everton, although he has shown that he has a lot of potential and he has a good skill set. But, him going to Newcastle, he'll have a lot of opportunities to get into that starting 11 and grow as a player. But I also didn't like his attitude kind of forcing his way out, similar to the Enzo fiasco at Benfica. Like, he did show that he kind of forced his move out of Everton because I don't think Everton would want to let him go, especially in the position they're in.
In a relegation battle.
And I think he'd be if he stayed at Everton, it would be very, very positive for Everton.
Mm-hmm.
So with his attitude and the fee they paid for him, but he's a decent player, I have to give him the B with those factors all in the conclusion.
For sure. Honestly, I agree on all those points. I'll just add a couple more. I think, for one, I think, in my opinion, he's very overrated for the Premier League. Just because, one, he is English.
Wow.
Two, he's on what? He scored what? I think he scored maybe 3-4 goals this season. Yes, he did bring that spark, that push to that Everton, that struggling Everton side. However, it's still not proven, man. 45 million for a player that's really, he's unproven, still very raw talent. I just think it's a little too much. However, Callum Wilson is Newcastle's starting striker, and I think he makes that great challenge for him, especially for the future. I don't see Callum being that number one forever. So I think it's a good signing, but I'm not gonna say it's the greatest of the January.
So we'll leave him at I think
he's a mid B.
Yeah,
I think he's a lower B.
Yeah.
I think he's on the lower side. I think
he's higher than Mudryk. I think
I think Ronaldo's a little too high.
Where do you want to? Okay, we'll revise it at the end.
Yeah.
We'll go over.
I think we'll.
Next up, we got Madueke to Chelsea.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
And we got ABC once again.
All right. I guess I'll start this one off. I gave him an A. I gave it an A because personally, he's 20 years old. I saw him play the other day, his debut for Chelsea, and I thought, man, I didn't know anything about him, but man, he provided such a nice spark off the bench. And for a guy that's only 20 years old and has that much potential going into that side, for only 30 million, like an English player, for 30 million with a high ceiling, 30 million, I think that's a great signing. I think he'll have a lot of opportunities to come off the bench and show his talent. And with all their injury, I know Chelsea, they did sign maybe one too many players in the window, but I think for the price and his skill set and the upside he has, I give it an A.
I agree with you on a lot of those things, but we're seeing this as really, really short term. I think Chelsea saw this as a really emergency signing.
This was a panic buy in my opinion.
This was a really panic buy. What are you gonna do when you have Sterling back?
He was.
What are you gonna do? Sterling's only coming back now, but what happens when you have all your guys back from injury?
I think they're going to do a big offload in the summertime.
100%. But, you have a lot of guys that are going to lose motivation to play. They're Madueke, he was playing with Gakpo at PSV. Since the summer, he was starting day in, day out for PSV. Yeah. For sure, okay, I'll give it 30 million for an Englishman going to Premier League at 20 years old.
With that skill set.
Absolute steal.
Exactly.
Absolute steal.
I think it's great.
However, on the player's standpoint, I think it's too rushed. I think he should have played that full season with PSV. Really got that high confidence. Let's get that one whole season playing day in, day out for PSV.
But in contrast, he's going to a team that's struggling right now to have those sparks in the team. So coming into a team that's struggling, do you not think that he thinks that, let me get into this squad. Let me prove to the manager. Let me show Graham Potter that I should start. Because right now, if he plays well, he can start the games because no one's bringing that spark off the bench.
Oh, for sure. Chelsea definitely...
They need someone.
They definitely need it right now.
If he puts in that work and he, last time he played, shows off his skill set, I think he could be a very big positive impact for Chelsea.
For sure. What I'll say is Andrew could continue off of this. I'll just end it off my opinion. Very under the radar signing for the Premier League for Chelsea. However, still very panicked, very rushed. But let's see what the future holds. That's why I'm going to give it a B because I'm really not too sure what it's going to lead to. Andrew?
It was a good signing, don't get me wrong, but I do think Chelsea has way too many players. They have way too many options. I don't know what they're going to do. There's going to be... I feel like he might sit out a lot of games, which doesn't matter. He's 20 years old. He's still learning a lot. He's still trying to get experience. But I just don't see it as a great transfer. I feel like a player like this should go to a lower end team in the Prem so he can build his career.
Yeah. No, I agree.
You put him at a mid-table in the Prem, he's going to start every game, he's going to get that experience, and it's going to be better because he's going to have to be the guy to carry that team.
Mm-hmm. I see a team like Villa or like Nottingham being a perfect side for him. Like, look at Brennan Johnson playing at Nottingham. I think he's like...
I think he'd be perfect on Fulham.
Dude, Fulham too. That'd be a phenomenal signing for them. You got an aging Willian, you know? Like, this is like going to be probably his last season, and then I think he goes back to Brazil. Would have been a phenomenal signing for them. But you know what?
Yeah.
Like, that's why I'm going to put him as high as a B, because kudos to Chelsea for getting that signing.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Like, what do you like? This might be a hot take, but what do you think about instead of Newcastle getting Anthony Gordon, they picked up Madueke? Okay, we'll put him in a B, but I think he's a higher B.
He's a high B. He's a high B. I think
he's higher
than Ronaldo.
I think
He's higher than Ronaldo.
Really?
He's higher than Ronaldo. I think he brings more of an like.
Yeah.
I think he brings more quality and like potential than Ronaldo. Ronaldo's already like, yeah.
Okay.
I'm so blind that look like Aubameyang to me.
Okay. Next up, we'll do Jorginho to Arsenal.
Let's see what everyone thinks.
2, 3.
Ooh. Okay. Since I'm the the singled out one, I think I'll start. I'm giving this an S. This is like a really, really good signing for Arsenal. Straight up. Like, you're getting last year's, like, what was he? He was on Team of the Year.
Yeah, last year's Pen Merchant.
But he won Champions League. He won the Euro. Sure, this season Chelsea wasn't in as good a form.
Okay.
You could blame a lot of injuries on that. You could blame
Can I do a hot take here?
Go
ahead.
Was Jorginho that fantastic of a player, or was he a good player on
he's a good system player.
Like he's like a right place, right time kind of guy. Like he's a good player, but he was. I don't think like I don't think he's like that great of a player where you can say like, oh yeah, he won the Champions League, he won the Euro, but he wasn't like the main reason why the team won.
But let's be real here.
I'm saying he's a good player, but I think people overrated him last year.
The way Arsenal's playing right now, who are you replacing? Who are you removing from that midfield to play Jorginho?
Let's see what's their midfield like. Xhaka, who's in their midfield right now?
Odegaard is playing the attacking role. So they have Thomas Partey.
Okay. He brings a lot of competition to Thomas Partey and Xhaka. Xhaka and Partey are fucking playing amazing this season. Don't get it twisted. Sure.
Partey, they're more defensive midfielders.
Yeah, exactly.
Jorginho's not defensive at all, in my opinion.
Exactly.
He's not even close to being defensive.
I personally think he's very like
so
box
I don't
to box,
think.
right?
And Xhaka has that captaincy role, right?
Yeah, and then
so
Odegaard's been having an insane season. He does not stop scoring.
He's more of like a cam, so I don't think they.
But let's see. You guys got to realize one thing. Down the line, it's gonna come down to friggin' who's gonna have that backbone, who's gonna basically have the balls at the end of the season. Who's gonna be that top team to finish champions? Jorginho's gonna be one of those players to push that team.
Yeah, but he also might ruin the chemistry on the team.
I don't think so. I honestly don't think he does that. But I think he's only positive for this team.
Yeah.
Straight up. I don't think there's no downside to this signing.
Exactly, yeah.
It brings so much competition and depth to that midfield.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Like, let's be real.
Yeah.
Who was that guy challenging Xhaka and Partey?
No. Okay.
They had Lokonga. However, they loaned him out to Crystal Palace.
Listen up. This is my take on this. Right?
Yeah.
Jorginho, I think he's a fantastic player. Very composed, a very skilled, like knowledgeable player. Like I saw this clip the other day of Cucurella saying, "Oh, did you see that clip?"
Yeah.
Who's the smartest,
most knowledgeable player?
Most knowledgeable player in the team, and he's like, "Oh, Jorginho." And he's like, "Oh, he just got
sold to Arsenal."
Yeah,
that was hilarious.
Yeah. Anyway, I think he's a very wise, calm, composed player. Like I said before, hot take or not, you guys let me know in the comments. I think he's was kind of overrated in the previous season. I understand, yes, he won the Champions League and the Euros. But like I said, I think he's like a great player, right place, right time kind of guy. Like I don't think he's the main reason why they won, but I think he was a contributing factor. So we can't disregard his skill set and his ability. So I had to give him an A because, like you were saying, he's a fantastic player. He brings in that experience. He brings in that rotational role. Like, to have a guy of his caliber come off the bench for you in a title contention team or a title contending team, I think it's fantastic for him. I can't give it an S because he is on the decline.
For sure, yeah. Now
Right?
he's like, what, 31?
Yeah, so he is in the decline of his career, but he is a fantastic player. He didn't go for a lot of money. He went for a very...
Like 11.5 million.
Exactly.
Like, that's a steal.
He's like on the upper side of the A tier, right?
Yeah.
He brings in that depth, like you were saying. He is a knowledgeable, fantastic, technical player. He brings in that experience, and he's a winner.
Mm-hmm.
So he brings in that to the locker room, I think.
I just think he fits the like that missing puzzle piece to that depth of Arsenal.
Yeah, just I can't give him the S because like I don't think he pops in the starting 11 because you have like Thomas Partey.
No, for sure. Yeah,
that backbone, and Xhaka is like has that captaincy, leadership role. But Jorginho off the bench or like rotating them a little bit, giving them that extra rest. I think he's fantastic. A+ for me.
Andrew, what are you thinking?
Thank you. I'm basically going to say Jorginho, to me, he's a good midfielder, but it's not an S tier for me, just in the fact that Arsenal's playing so well that I wouldn't, like, yeah, you need, in case of an injury, you need a really good player to back them up. But right now, the way that team is playing, it's you don't adapt that well. Yeah, he's a world-class player, you're all professionals, but you're changing, the midfield is the most important to me, because that's what runs the entire game. So if you're changing a key player and Jorginho comes in, I don't know. He's a good player. Will he fit into that team? Probably. Will it affect that team? I don't know. So to me, it's not an S tier because they already have a really good midfield. If they were struggling, somebody was injured, then it's an S tier. But because nobody's injured and they have the midfield they do, it's not an S tier. It's an A tier for me.
So I'm saying I'm putting him high A.
I think he's the highest A you could give.
I think I think you bring him below Enzo. I don't
think so?
I don't think he's a better signing than Enzo.
Also, I drew a picture of Jorginho for you guys.
Wow. Phenomenal.
Kraken player.
I hope you like it, Jorginho.
I'm putting him behind Enzo. What do you guys think? I think he's better than Tussard, but not better than Enzo. Cause
Okay. Yeah.
Agreed?
I agree. Andrew?
Sure.
Putting him in here.
Perfecto, hombre.
Come here. There you go.
Perfect.
Next up, we got Jonjo Shelvey, the old timer, coming back into the Prem. Let's see what we got.
Ooh.
1, 2, 3.
I think you're only giving him a D because you know nothing about Jonjo Shelvey. And C, yeah. Fair enough.
All right. You want to go first, Andrew?
I'd like to pass.
Like I said, he knows nothing about
All right,
Jonjo Shelvey.
No idea.
I'll go on Jonjo Shelvey. So, going into, like, I give Jonjo Shelvey a C because he's going into a Nottingham Forest team that has an abundance of players.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't think he is going to start or play many minutes for that side. Although, I don't give him a D because he does bring in that veteran experience.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of those players can learn a lot from him, the younger guys. From
For
Jonjo.
sure.
He has that Premier League experience. He was a really gritty player. He had a cracking shot. I give him a C. It's not a good signing. I can't put him above any of these players. I give him a C.
Fair enough. No, I agree with that. However, one, he's an Englishman. He's going to the Premier League. You know, it's
He's 50 years old.
brother. You need
What?
How do you give him a B? There's so many players Nottingham
Bro,
can
what are you
sign.
talking about, man?
okay, but
There's so many
Listen,
players
it's-
Nottingham can sign.
it's Jonjo Shelvey, aka Voldemort. Okay, if you want some, I'ma give it ya.
A B. Really?
B
He's like,
as in
come
big
on,
balls.
You can't look at all the players in B. You're telling me that he goes above them. And hell no.
I'm gonna give him a B for bald.
All right, we're putting him in C. Andrew?
He doesn't even belong on this list. Put him in the on the end
I'm
zone.
putting him in C. He's not a bad signing. Ryan gave him a B, you give him a D. I give him a C. We'll
He
put him in
killed
the
Harry Potter.
All right,
Okay.
next up.
Voldemort.
Okay, guys.
Next up is my boy.
We forgot-
coming from Atletico Madrid, getting cheated on by his girlfriend. He's had a
The
horrible
Heartbreak Kid.
The Heartbreak Kid.
Heartbreak Kid.
Joao
Shawn
Michaels.
Joao Michaels. I love it. You guys fucking said that perfect.
All right, guys. We're gonna give an honorable mention to Joao Felix on this list. We forgot to add him, but he's a cracking player. So let's talk a little about him.
He's a cracking lad.
1, 2, 3. Boom. Triple S.
Let Andrew start this one.
That's Andrew's boy. So
All right, this is my boy Joao Felix. Known him since I was a kid. We used to play with marbles on the street. We used to roll tires around. We were poor kids growing up.
I think we found a common pattern with Andrew and Joao's. He likes Joao's.
He likes the Joaos.
João Paulinho, a great signing for Fulham.
Oh, fuck, I forgot. Oh, yeah, but that was
That was an old one.
What's wrong about him?
yeah.
He was a good signing.
He was a good
Okay,
signing.
Mr. Clean's not getting in.
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
Anyways, going to João Felix, you guys can see
He's
this
your buddy.
guy was a fucking legend. He was amazing on Benfica. Great player. He went to Atletico Madrid, clashed heads with Diego Simeone.
System problem, right?
A system problem. They didn't get along. You know how it is when a coach doesn't get along with their player. Look at João Cancelo and Pep. They got into an argument. Cancelo
He
doesn't
shipped them
play.
out. Shipped him out.
Hey, shipped them out. This guy's in Madagascar. And now, here we go. João Felix, not playing in Atletico Madrid. Look at the player he is. He's an amazing player. You're not playing that kid. He has so much to learn still. He can still do so much.
Yeah.
He's going to this Chelsea team struggling. They're struggling. They need him. Look, he was on for,
I think
52 minutes before he got a red card? Those 52 minutes, he created so many chances. I was watching that game. He was amazing. He was amazing. Chelsea needed him. He's going to crack it. He's going to do amazing on this team.
I think Chelsea was missing that superstar, and Joao Felix fills that void.
He also brings that flair to the team.
For real.
He gets the fans involved. You're over there. You're listening to Stamford Bridge. You hear nothing. You hear crickets in that
Blue
stadium.
is the color.
He ignites the fans. Yeah.
No, honestly, aside like Chelsea doing.
And you got to remember, he just got his heart broken.
Oh,
what do
buddy.
they do when they get their heart
buddy,
broken?
wait till they play Tottenham. Pedro Porro.
They're both
Watch
getting
out,
reds.
buddy. He's gonna come here with a fucking scissor kick, sweet chin music to your fucking.
We're gonna have a
head
hockey
top.
fight over here.
Holy fuck!
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to give Joao Felix an S tier. But I do say that I have if he was on the tier list, which you forgot to add him, sorry, Joao, I'll put him on the lower side of side of the three.
Yeah,
Not better than Cancelo signing, not better than Navas signing.
I think it's better than Navas.
No,
I don't think he's better
He's
than-
don't
too
think
old.
so.
Look how
He's not-
young he is.
Listen. I don't think he's better than Navas because it's a loan. It's not a permanent. If it was permanent signing, maybe I'd give it a higher. But since it's a loan, he's going back. He already missed 3 games. I think he's a fantastic player. He has that flair. He has so much quality. He's still so young, and I think he has so much to prove, and he has so much potential. I think he's a fantastic player. He's going into a team that needs attacking options. I think it's fantastic for Chelsea. Like you said, he played that one game, and you already seen the quality that he possesses, right? So I'm giving him an S.
Saying what you said, that does put him above Kaler. What does Kaler have to offer? Nothing.
He is. He does. He has a lot to offer.
But he's already done it all.
But he has so much to offer that Nottingham Forest team.
Yeah, honestly,
Can you
I don't
shoulder-
think.
But compare teams. Imagine João Felix on Nottingham.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
dude,
but you don't have him.
like,
They
let's
don't
be
have him
real.
signed.
Let's
though.
be real.
Permanent-
Like,
it's not a permanent signing.
let's be real here. This signing, like, he could still end up being a flop.
Who?
Joao Felix.
No.
So can
I
Navas.
know, but like,
But
But-
what I'm saying to you is he's just a loan. So he's not. You can't put him above a permanent transfer as Keylor Navas. Keylor Navas, proven winner, Champions League winner, leader, veteran, coming into a young team. He brings in that experience. Start many games. Goalkeepers, even though they're old, they still can play a long time. Look at all the other goalies.
shout out Gigi Buffon.
Shout out to Buffon. Shout out to all the
Let's
other
go.
goalies. Look at Neuer. All of them, they're all playing at he broke his leg, but whatever. He's still playing at a high level at an older age. I don't think age affects goalies as much as it does players in other positions. And Joao Felix, as much as I like him, and as much as I think he's a fantastic signing, I can't put him above Navas because Navas, proven winner, and he's a permanent transfer for that team. Joao Felix is only on loan, and he's going back to Atletico Madrid.
Unfortunately.
He did, in my opinion, a bad move signing that contract extension before he left. I know he's securing the bag, but come on, man. You could have went to Chelsea. You could have went to another team that has a more attacking
System.
Yeah. So
No,
I
for sure.
can't put him above Keylor Navas. So what are you saying right now?
I said I couldn't agree more with everything you're saying. like let's be real here. Like it's a loan signing.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's only until the end of the season. But I think he's gonna have that impact on that team, that positive impact, and like this team has only upwards to go.
Yep.
I don't
No,
think
agree.
they end lower than where they are right now.
Yeah, no, for sure.
And having Joao Felix, as high quality player as he is, he's
a
only
quality-
gonna make this team
He's
better.
quality signing.
See, we'll give you
All
guys
right,
an update
guys,
at the end of the
we're
season.
concluding it here. I mean, you guys let us know in the comments. Do you guys agree? Did we leave anybody out? Do you think anyone should be placed higher or lower? Let us know maybe some additional transfers that we didn't put in this video that you'd like to see us discuss. Let us know if we had any hot takes. Let us know who's the more knowledgeable out of the three. Maybe you'd like to know that in the comments, and we'll see you guys next time.
Ciao.
Thanks for watching.
Tacares, don't let Gijo take your knees.
Batman in the ends love robbing. Curfew down by 10, so see a girl like mine, like see her, cause ain't no way you'll see her. She a low-key diva in between her legs like